Hey there, welcome to day 86 of playing chess every day until I reach 1500 Elo. Currently we're at 1214 after a draw yesterday where I gained just 1 point. And let's go ahead and jump into another 15-minute rapid game here. Okay, we're up against an 1160. And so I feel like I've faced this before, but it's really uncommon. I think I can just play the Caro-Kann against this. Because, yeah, I'm just going to play like the Caro-Kann setup against this. It's kind of weird though. Okay, do I bring my bishop out here maybe? And then just connect? Can't really attack the bishop. I mean, he could push this pawn, but yeah, it's not at risk of getting trapped or anything. Let's just bring the bishop out. Okay. Now it's like an exchange, Caro-Kann, I guess, and I'll come under here. Okay, this is guarded by the queen for now. I'll probably just go ahead and connect with the pawn first, though, just to make sure it's fully guarded. And then if he gives check, then we just block with the knight if he checks here. Okay. Which way is he trying to route this knight? Bring it to one of these squares. Okay, it probably doesn't matter too much. Let's just develop our knight. If he castles this way, we potentially can try to use the fact that he pushed the pawn here on g3. Potentially could use that to try to attack on the light squares. Maybe try to trade the light square bishops off and get a queen over there. Okay, so he does do that. Let's see, do I have anything here? We could pin the knight to the rook. I don't think there's any kind of attacks yet. Let's just develop the other knight. Do I want to develop it here? I guess either way I block. If I develop it, I block the queen from coming over here. If I wanted to try to attack on this side. But, alright, let's just start with the bishop, actually. Get the bishop centralized here. His dark square bishop is pretty closed off. His knight can come out. But yeah, he's going to have to move a pawn. Okay, the knight comes out. He's going to have to move one of these pawns to free up his bishop. Wonder if there's anything... Moves this pawn. I don't know, I don't think that really creates any major weaknesses. I guess... Oh, never mind, this pawn is already... He can't even move it, so that is a weakness on its own because he can't do that. Alright, let's just continue our development. Okay, he does move that pawn. Oh yeah, and since the knight moved... Wait, was the knight blocking that? Oh, no, he could have pushed it because the queen's guarding. For some reason I thought that, like, it was blocked or something and the queen wasn't guarding it. So he's able to push that then. And now his bishop can kind of come out, but it still can't really do much there. This way, preventing the bishop from moving because he needs to guard the pawn, but he could just push the pawn. Let's maybe just castle. Also, no, I can't push that. Alright, let's just castle. He pushes here. Oh, actually that's a threat. 1, 2, 3 guards. I have 3 as well. So, push, take, 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 take. Yeah, so he's able to play that, so I have to move this bishop back, or one of these two pieces, otherwise I'm risking he pushes here, I go back, and then the fork on these two pieces. So let's just drop it back. Or I go here. I guess I kind of like that with the pin. He could push here, but then he's weakening his king side more. Go here and then back. I think I'm just going to try this. Oh, we could also go here. Same thing, I'll go back. Kind of weakens his king side a little bit more. Or if I go here, I maintain the pressure on this pawn. Actually, I'm just going to go back, because I think I'd rather just not complicate it and just maintain control on this diagonal and look at that pawn. Okay. He's only threatening the bishop, he's not really threatening anything else. I go here, he can push there, then I go here, there, then back. I don't want to just get chased all over the place, so I think I'll just go here. And then I could kick his knight away, probably. I don't think there's any kind of way to trap this knight or anything, because it has plenty of squares to hop away to. Could attack it with the queen here. Okay, he's attacking that as well. Let's just... I go here, take, and then he can hop away. But opening the rook up, honestly, if he wants to take that and open the rook up, I think I'm okay with that and get rid of the bishop. So... otherwise I could go here with the queen, attack the knight. Doesn't really threaten anything else. Yeah, let's just do that and he can take there. Oh no, he doesn't. He moves first. I think I'm still just going to keep the bishop because I'm still fine with him taking there. And I might move this bishop back actually now. Maybe try to line some threats up over here. Well, my knights can't do too much. Could go knight here to double attack this pawn. Let's just actually no, let's not castle because then I don't have the ability to open up that. Actually, yeah, that's kind of tricky because I do want to castle this way because these pawns are bad. So maybe I should move my bishop. If I go here, he still has this check. But I'll probably just block it, actually. Yeah, I'll block it with that pawn. Okay, let's just try this and double attack his pawn. And if he takes here, we'll just still open up our rook. I guess he might just push the pawn. I don't have too much of a plan after that. I guess I could take this outpost though, but he could kick me after that with this pawn over here. See what he goes for. But yeah, I need to balance when I want to castle, or if I want to castle at all here, with the threat on the bishop. Because if I castle right away and then he takes it, then I don't really like that so much. Then it's just open file without the rook on it. Okay, he does push the pawn. Now I can go here as well. If I go here, can he really... oh no, he can take with this. Yeah, never mind. So I can go here. But that Looks like I'm almost getting trapped. I think I'm just gonna go back because I don't see a great square. But now this light square diagonal is opened up, so maybe I'd have to reroute the bishop quite a bit. But if I could get it over there, maybe it could be powerful on that side. I think I want to just push this pawn, take up some more space. Let's go queen here, and then bishop here, and maybe threaten to take this and try to encourage him to... Actually, he has two defenders with the pawn, so I guess that doesn't work. I kind of want to encourage him to just take this, though, because then I'll be able to relieve all that tension there. I can go here with this knight. Could end up doubling these pawns. I don't know, I don't have a great plan right now. I'm just going to go back to here for now with the bishop. Seems like a better square. I had to move it before because the knight was attacking it, but now he can't come back to there. Alright, I think I'm still going to just go here. Take up more space with the pawns. And then probably slide this rook over here. I mean, obviously he's threatening the fork, so I can't allow that to happen. I think if I just take, that seems okay. I think I'm fine with just trading. I mean, I have 3 attackers on this. He has one. Wait, doesn't he only have 2 defenders? So can I just win it? I guess he could take the bishop first to get rid of one of the defenders. Yeah, okay. And then, is there anything else I could do there? But I do get to open up the rook here now. Could be good. Yeah, let's just take. I don't think there's anything else to do there. And do I want to take again? I think I'll probably just take. And if I move this bishop, we do have 2 attackers on the pawn. But he can... Oh yeah, the knight's hanging actually, so I think we need to probably go here. Or I could take first. There's not a way to win the queen. It would be cool if there was. Like if he took here and then I had a discovered attack on the queen. But I don't have that because these 2 pawns are guarding each other. I think I might go here actually, so I guard the knight and still attack the pawn in the center. Either that or the rook comes here. Alright, let's try this. And then maybe this rook can actually just go to here. Put more pressure on that pawn. It is isolated. So he doesn't have another pawn to defend it. He has the queen. He could use a bishop to defend it. He doesn't have a way to get a rook to defend it yet. It would take 2 moves to get a rook to defend it. Okay, he does defend it with that. He is also threatening to push it and then have a discovered attack on the queen, so that plan probably doesn't work very well. Could go Is there anything like this? Take. Try to pin something. Not sure. I think I'm just going to just simply drop back and maintain protection of the knight without allowing this discovered attack. And I do want to move the rook. Probably just line it up here with the pawn. And just try to create long-term pressure on this pawn. Okay, he's pinning this again. Actually, I don't have a great way to defend that, do I? I could defend it with the king, defend it with a rook. He's double attacked. Is there anything else? Not really. If I defend it with the king and he takes here, then I take, he takes, and then it's a bishop. Oh yeah, no, that's bad because when I take with the queen, he takes the queen back. So I win his bishop and his rook, but he wins the knight and the queen. Here, 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 here. Actually, I'm not sure. Do not want to lose my knight. But my queen is the first defender of the knight, so even if I defended it with something else, I would have to give the queen up first. So that's the problem. I might just give up the knight because I think it's lost and try to create an attack over here. I mean, the bishop's there, so that doesn't quite work. Is there a way out of this that I'm not seeing? He's attacking. This is pinned. If I go over here, he just takes it. Yeah, I don't think there is, so I think I need to just move stuff. To create a different threat. How did I not even realize that this is a fork if I do that? Alright, yeah, that... I don't know why I'm playing really bad. I mean, I haven't been practicing as much, but yeah, I felt like I wasn't playing very well yesterday. Because I was missing a lot of obvious stuff, and then now today I have done it. I've done this again. And I think I noticed that the rook was under attack, but I didn't even notice that he actually takes with check, so I didn't realize it was a fork. So I should have just, what should I have even done there? Just move the king first and let him take, I guess would have been the thing to do. Move the king so it's not going to be checked. I think it's just lost position now. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and resign. I'm going to play a second game, I think. Because I need to get a little more practice in. I haven't been playing as much lately. Oh wait, actually I didn't look at the game review. I should have looked at the game review first, but let's just play a second game and then I'll look at both game reviews, I guess. I normally have just been doing one game. Oh, he's playing the London. Wait, it's slightly different. Is this like the Jobava London, I think, maybe, with the early night out? Not very familiar with that, but I'm just gonna bring the queen out right away and just automatically start pressuring, see how he responds to that. Or should I play C? I mean, I already played C6, so it's kind of weird to waste another move to play C5, but normally against the London, C5 is good, and then the queen comes out. Let's just bring the queen out first and just see, because it does immediately like force him to respond a little bit. And generally pushing the pawn is not a great move. So he might defend it with the rook or the queen. Or maybe he will push it. If he does push it, the knight's undefended. And we have the potential to like pin it. And then it might be a little hard for him to defend it properly. If I get the bishop over here and the queen's here, his queen could get behind it, but he doesn't have a pawn to defend it, and he doesn't have another knight to defend it yet. Okay, defends with the rook. I think that probably makes sense to do. And probably we'll just bring the bishop out maybe and immediately attack the pawn and the rook is behind it. Bishop out. The pawn is pinned, although it's not really defending anything, so it doesn't matter too much. He's playing the regular London move here. Go here. Let's just connect this first. Free up the dark square bishop. And then maybe I will play c5 and try to bring the knight in this way. He doesn't want me to pin it, that's why he pushed the pawn. He doesn't want the bishop going there. Wait, no, this isn't pinned because his queen is still guarding his rook. But if his queen were to move at all, then I would be able to just take here because the pawn would be pinned. Oh, never mind, because the knight also guards the rook, so no, it's not pinned at all, even if the queen moved. Let's just play c5 and just try to bring the knight in this way. Take back if he takes. We take with the bishop, and then we have a nice, pretty active bishop with the queen. The rook went back to the corner. Not sure I understand that one. If I go here, I mean, I'm threatening the knight, so there's no way I'm getting trapped or anything. Because even if he tries to attack me, I'd just take the knight with check. So I really don't know what that move does for him. Okay, I think I'm just going to take. Now we're double attacking this. So the knight is attacking me. Wait, am I? I'm not trapped, right? Gee, am I? I was thinking of him attacking me with the rook, so I guess I was thinking he was trying to trap my queen by going back over here, but I figured he'd try to attack with the rook. I didn't consider him trying to attack with the knight here. That is blocked off. The check here doesn't work, but I can just take the pawn though. I can still take the pawn, and this is guarded by the bishop, so I'm fine. Yeah, it's not trapped. It's not trapped, but I should have considered that move though. Okay. He takes, and he has an isolated pawn there. But I think I don't know if I want to take. I think I'd rather just, oh, he is threatening this pawn, so maybe I should take. Because I can just push actually. Push, he doesn't have anything here. To move somewhere, he can't move here. I guess he can't move to any of these squares because I'm just gonna go here. Oh no, then it's double attacked. So I might have to actually move my king. King over to here. Should be okay. I don't want to go up here because then I block the bishop. So yeah, I think here is good. The queens are off the board, so the king not castling isn't a huge deal. Still have the knight guarding this square. Okay, so he just hops back. The knight's defended there, but if I go here, the bishop has to move and then the knight won't be defended. Bishop can't go to any of these squares. I mean, he can't go to here, which is where he'd need to go to guard the knight. So let's play this first. The pawn is guarded as well. So once the bishop moves, I think we can just take the knight. Let's see what he tries, though. He could take the pawn, and then I take back, and then he hops the knight away, maybe? But the bishop and the knight and the knight and the bishop are both under threat at the same time. And the bishop is the only defender of the knight. And he can't defend it from this square because there's a pawn here. Okay, interesting. I think if I just take... Oh no, if I take, then the pawn's undefended. But if I just take this way, then we still have a bishop and a knight that are under threat, so... I think taking this way is fine. And they can't guard each other. Also, we have a double attack on here now that the pawn's open. Okay, well, I'll just take this first. And then he can't even take back because the rook is pinned. The pawn is pinned to the rook. So, yeah, I think just take here. And then he has to move the king, I guess. I mean, he can barely even move. He's almost, it's almost a mate with just the bishops, but not quite. Oh, okay. Then I just, yeah, okay, so he resigned. Because then I just take there, we pick up the rook, and it's almost gonna, like, I don't think there's quite a mate there, but, I mean, he's gonna be down a lot of material. Because I take the rook with check, and then he has to move, and then I guess I can't take the dark square bishop, but yeah, either way, it was very, very winning. So let's both go through both game reviews. I'll check this one first, because this one was pretty short. And then I'll go back to the first one in a second. Actually, I'll do, just for the sake of the timestamps in the video, maybe I'll do the other one first. Okay, I'm gonna do game 1 first, and then game 2. This was game 1. He had really good accuracy, 87.8. Mine was 73.4. He wanted me to just take the center, okay, with both pawns instead of developing the bishop. Wanted me to put the knight out first. I don't think any of that mattered too much. It does show the eval bar is in my favor here, although it wanted me to immediately attack with the pawn. I didn't really consider using the pawns to attack, because I was more focused on like trying to use the rook and the queen and stuff. But I guess, yeah, there's a nice way to attack there, because this pawn is able to move freely. Nothing is attacking the squares, and then we can go to here, and then we're threatening to take this and open some stuff up. And we have the bishop that could look there. So that makes sense to use the pawn for that attack. He wants the bishop to go here right away, which I did consider that, but I didn't. I saw, you know, we can pin the knight, but I didn't really. I guess it is kind of good, because then also his queen can't even come in to do anything, to like attack the bishop or kick it. No pawns can kick it. The rook can move to get out of the pin, but that's about it. So yeah, I guess it makes sense to have done that. But I went for just developing the other knight first. Oh, and it also blocks the pawn from moving forward, which would have been pretty helpful, I think, because this pawn did control a lot and threaten the fork here later and all that. That was only good. It wanted me to go up with the bishop. Most of the moves are saying good instead of best or excellent. A lot of them are just good. We wanted him to take the bishop with the knight earlier, but these moves, none of them are a major deal. Okay, this was an inaccuracy. Prefers the bishop to come here and not be under threat. So I guess it does like holding on to this bishop instead of allowing it to be traded. Yeah, it really wants me to like get rid of this knight. It wants me to even sack the dark square bishop, or have moved my bishop away. That was a miss. Oh, because if I took with the knight first. Wait. If I took with the knight first. Does that... No, it doesn't take away his ability to remove this defender. So he could still remove this guy. Oh no, but then this knight is undefended and it attacks the queen, so never mind. Okay, I didn't realize there was a sequence that was a lot better there. I just took with the pawn. Then he took to remove that defender, and then he took there. We trade. And then here's where I messed up. It just came down to this. What was I thinking? I was just trying to defend the knight and also pressure the pawn. And then what did he do? He defended the pawn with the bishop. And then I moved the queen back. And then this is where he's able to pin it and have two attackers there. So that was a big inaccuracy. He has a plus 5.69 advantage just from that. Didn't say blunder, it said mistake here. Alright, plus 3.88, and then down, that's inaccurate, and then it's plus 5.69. And then I mean, there was nothing I really could have done there, because I was going to lose so much material, but it wants me to guard with the rook, which made more sense than just allowing the fork. So then I just went ahead and resigned. All right, and let's see the second game now. So for game 2, we played a little better, 80.8 accuracy, and this one was pretty quick as well. So it kind of liked the queen coming out early. I didn't know if that was a little bit too early for the queen to come out, but it seemed like not really. Prefers the knight coming out over here first, though. That was a mistake to play c5. Why is that? The better option was to develop a knight and attack the center. You allowed the opponent to kick a bishop. So to play here, I guess. No, but I can take... What does it mean to kick a bishop? Playing here, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure what the engine specifically is talking about. I guess, let me just see. Show follow-up. Oh, it does want him to go here. Okay. Still fairly even, though. It wasn't a huge deal. And then that was a miss. It still wants him to kick the bishop. He was trying to set up the queen trap, but it didn't work because I have these two attackers on the pawn. That was a mistake. That brought us back to drawing. Your better option was to force a weak, isolated pawn. Okay, the check was best. It did want me to go up instead of over. You permitted the opponent to eventually win material. What material can he win? Let me see. Show follow-up. Wow, okay. The follow-up was like 20 moves. How many moves was that? It literally was so many moves. I don't know if it shows. So after like 20 moves, he can win a knight, I guess, or something. It was insane. But yeah, I definitely did not see that one. Let's go back. Where even were we? So that's why it was a mistake, but if I went up, apparently it wasn't. So I guess it just, what should I have done earlier? I should have just traded for the knight. Even though I couldn't have seen that whole sequence, I guess I could have seen that there were some threats here with the knight and the bishops both coming in. So maybe just to be safe, I could have traded it because I am up a little bit of material, and then he gets a weak pawn. So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, normally I try to hang on to the bishops over the knights, but in this case, I think it did make sense. Instead, we move over. He doesn't find that insane tactic. Instead, he puts his knight here, which is really dangerous because then I can threaten the bishop, and then, yeah, I think he was just desperately trying to come up with something to respond, but it definitely did not work. And then we take that knight, and then he takes back, and then I think he didn't realize that the pawn was also pinned to the rook, so then he just went ahead and resigned after that. Yeah, so that was 2 games, 1 loss and 1 win. I still feel like I haven't been playing as well lately, so I need to practice a little bit more, because after like the week where I barely played, I'm a little bit more rusty, I think, so I need to get a little bit more practice in. Maybe I'll do 2 games more often. We're still sitting at 12-11 elo right now. The highest I reached was 12-34, I think. So if I had a little win streak with a couple games, I'm not too far. I could probably get a new high. And yeah, this is day 86. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on day 87.